There you
Boom.
are.
What up, guys? If you missed it, the Blue Jays won the World Series. If you're in Canada, that is a huge deal. Even if you're not, the Toronto is America's team. That's what I keep reading on Twitter. So we got a great show today, NFL Fantasy Today show. I'm your host. I got Jason in the airport on road to a wedding. I got Brian, who just got back from Dominican. This is an international podcast. Hopefully, at one point, we'll be able to pod from international waters. So, Jason, we'll go with you. You're at the airport. True team player. What's cooking?
Hey, not too much, man. This is the best seating I've had in a while. I can finally see over a line, unlike Tua.
And he's got jokes. Okay, Brian, you just got back from Dominican. You were telling us you play blackjack with some baseball players. Sounds pretty badass. What's going on?
Yeah. Just happy to be back. The Eagles won. I didn't watch a second of it, but
Why
can't
not?
complain.
I love watching sports on vacation.
Sunday was my travel home day, so
That makes sense.
yeah.
So
Again,
yeah,
it's
we'll
crazy.
talk some Eagles. We'll talk some San Fran, Philly. I mean, Hurts has got 280 yards in the last 3 games.
Yeah, I'm sure next week they'll be crappy again and then somehow win, and it'll just be a whole story.
Oh my God, you're being like Charlie Brown right now. Okay, and then Jason Niners. I mean, Purdy is he back? Yourself toast. I feel like we have the same conversation every week.
Yeah, we do have the same conversation every week. It was reported earlier or late last week that Purdy and Pearsall were expected back for Week 8. But, Mac Jones likes to keep winning games, keeps buying the Niners time. So now he is not expected back. Neither of them are expected back right now, as Pearsall still hasn't been able to practice, and Purdy's still limited, and they're just waiting until the toe fully heals.
Okay, yeah, we'll keep jumping in with some injuries. But Brian, I got a bone to pick with you. I blame you last week. It was just me and Jason, and I had no one to filter the Niners crip BS. And he's like, George Kittle, full go. So I started him in all my leagues. It was the same as if he was on the bench, 0 points.
It's hard to start a tight end off an injury.
They also ran the ball.
To me?
They ran the ball 40 times.
Oh, Jason, don't defend yourself. Okay, we had Bryce Young down. What do you guys think? Is that a plus for the Carolina offense? Right? Andy Dalton, you kind of got that Joe Flacco energy.
I feel like it's pretty even.
Jason?
No, I trust Joe Flacco a lot more than I trust Andy Dalton.
Oh, no, I meant Bryce Young versus Andy Dalton.
Oh, no. I would say I wouldn't call it that much of an upgrade at this point.
Okay, because, I mean, Xavier Legette just had, the best game of his life. Tet's playing well. Everyone loves Jalen Coker. So, Brian, your model didn't really swing anything on this?
Not really. I don't really think they're projected that many points. They're projected a little under 20. I just don't think it comes down to what they're projected points-wise. And it's going to be difficult to tell who's everyone's kind of getting involved. I mean, Tet is a start, but other than that, everyone's had their week. Xavier Legette's been a nobody, on the bench, not playing, and then he gets a bunch of targets one week. Even the running back room is a mess. Pretty much other than Tet, it's hard to tell who's great on that team to start.
Other than Dowdle, and then Jason, keep muting yourself because there's a little playback. And the Bills, what do you? Are they a good team to play against fantasy wise? I think they've lost 2 in a row. They had the bye week. Atlanta killed them. If you Carolina guys, are you I'm gonna play Dowdle and Hubbard because they can't stop the run?
I mean, I would play them both anyway. I feel like they're just viable and they're RB2s at this point who will get you at least 10 points, 6 to 10 points regardless. We got to see that timeshare in action on Sunday, and it worked pretty well. But it seemed like the carries were 17, 14.
Yeah, but the yards per carries was crazy, right?
Yeah, I think ultimately Dowdle's a better back than Hubbard. But at this point, if they're splitting carries, then I would start either. I would start either or.
Either or?
Yeah, I'd start both of them.
Okay. What else we had? We had Nico Collins concussion. He's probably out. Christian Kirk's not practicing. Yep. So do you like the rookies? Right, they're both from the same college. I know you know that one.
Yeah. Hey, yeah, no, So between Higgins and Noel, Noel was the one who actually ended up with more of the target share this past Monday. He was tied for second on the team in targets with Dalton Schultz, And so right now you got to go with him.
Okay, and then there's no other. They don't have some weird old veteran that I can't think of, eh? Like,
no, but they do have.
Christian Kirk's hurt, right?
Yeah, he's not in practicing. So we got Houston playing.
Houston's playing the Niners, yeah.
Okay. So yeah, right. So Jason, so the Niners D again? We talked Thursday. Brian, I didn't have you, so I got sad, angry Jason about his defense because Fred Warner's out, Bosa's out. I thought maybe Atlanta would be able to move it, but San Fran was great. They held Atlanta in check until like the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they were fantastic. it was astonishing.
Oh, okay, Jason, your video and audio is not lining up, but the audio is okay. So, what San Fran? What do we do? CMC RB1. He's obviously amazing until he falls off. QB situation, whatever. Juwan Jennings played. I think what do you have? Like 4 for 40. He's getting a little healthier. Kendrick Bourne finally had a bad game. Like, what's the hierarchy of the offense? Like, is Kittle going to catch a ball this week? Jason?
I would think he's going to catch a ball.
You muted yourself. Okay, Jason.
I would think Kittle's going to catch a ball.
Okay. That's it?
I mean, it's him, McCaffrey, and like Juwan Jennings had a 30% target share last week, so it's between those three. And then somebody else is going to get 2. There's going to be like 4 people that get 2 targets.
But are you going out of your way to play these Niners? Because Houston's got that great pass defense, right?
I think Jennings is a fine start.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's keep going. Jason, any other injuries?
Pretty difficult last week. JSN. Yeah. I mean, Mike Evans obviously done for most of the season now. Broke his collarbone on Monday night, so came back for literally like a quarter and was done again. So that stinks.
Jason, your audio and visuals kind of. Let me kick you out and join back in. Let's see if it works better. Okay. All right, we'll see. Well, I forgot how poor this went the first time we had Jason from the airport.
You had to expect it.
I should have. Yeah, I should have been more fair. My fault. Okay, Jason. Let's see. Boom. Okay, now you're at the bottom. What up?
Is it better?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So Mike Evans, right? So we got Jalen McMillan, we got Mike Evans, we got Chris Godwin, Tez Johnson. Did we already do where did he go to school?
Yeah, he went to Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah, I think we did that.
Yeah, he and Baker have a good little thing going. He's only getting like 4 targets a game, but he's making the most of them right now. So seems like a sneaky good flex play.
That touchdown he scored was great. A little wide receiver screen. He did a little hurdle, a little spin. He pulled out all the mad moves.
We got to shout out the right tackle, though, for that pancake block. That was awesome.
Okay. What else? Who else we got going down? We got some guys that are going to get benched, but otherwise, any other big injuries?
Yeah, no, nothing significant. Lamar Jackson did finally return to practice, which is great news. He's practiced the last 2 days now and is on track to start Sunday.
Okay. Is he? Yeah. I think he's had limited practices, right? But
yeah.
You think, Brian? You think he's going to play?
Hope. I mean, I
kind of need him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he does play, I think both tight ends are good starts. I think Andrews definitely, and then likely if you're really desperate. I mean, it's a 6 teams are on bye, so likely is a nice flyer if you have somebody on bye at the tight end position.
Well, yeah, McBride's on bye, Bowers was on bye and hurt. Kittle, I mean, whatever, but yeah, it's pretty much it's Tucker Kraft, and then what about this Rondo Gadsden? Where did he go to college, Jason?
Syracuse.
That's my favorite. So he's got 2 games, almost back-to-back 100 yards. Like, Brian, do you have his target share? Like, I picked him up in our internal league. Is he like? Where would you start him over all these off-brand tight ends?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Hunter Henry, Pat Freiermuth, Oh yeah, guys, give us some questions. Yeah, because we're gonna have to kick Jason out in a bit if it keeps chopping up. But
I'm gonna kick myself out.
no, it's not bad. It's not too bad. It's a little.
Yeah.
Just a little
No, it's choppy though. It's real choppy.
Yeah. Well, okay, Jason. What else before we? Oh, we got a dog visit. Anything else? But what about tonight? What do we got? Props? Because I did the preview. Oh, also, Brian, why is the total 44.5? This is two really good offenses and mediocre defense. So Jason first.
I was not able to get any props because I had to kind of scramble and get to the airport for everything. So sadly, I do not have any props available for anyone tonight.
Okay, but we got Chargers, Vikings. Okay, Brian, back to you. Why is
I just think
low?
I think it's just Thursday. Like weird things have happened on Thursday nights, and a short week. I think that's mostly it. I mean, yeah, they have good offenses. I'm not thinking wrong. Yeah, Minnesota's defense has been pretty good prior to last week. Like, there's injuries around. I just think it's a safe. I mean, 24-20, are people really that surprised if that's a score? Like, that's about where we're going.
I mean, the Chargers just gave up 38 to Indy in 3 quarters, right?
I mean, Indy's the top offense in the league.
Okay, but then Herbert threw for 420 yards. Like, this is the Chargers.
Indy's also a top, one of the best defenses to go up against.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think this doesn't surprise me at all, being a Thursday night. I do think Gadsden, he's definitely worth rostering over all the guys you mentioned, just because what if he's the guy? Like, what if he keeps getting better? Like, we kind of know what Hunter Henry and all those guys are. We don't know what Gadsden is yet. Yeah, it's a risk, and it might not pay off, but I don't know. You got to take risks to win a league, and this is a risk I'd be willing to take.
Sure, yeah, but it's just the 3 wide receivers. That's the only thing I'm worried about, right? It's like, and Ladd's back, so it's like there's just the target share so tiny. Jason, what about you this game? If you had to rank like the wide receivers, are you going Justin Jefferson first, and then 3 Chargers and Addison?
I'm going Jefferson, Ladd, Addison, QJ. Or actually, no, Keenan Allen, QJ.
Wow. Okay. I mean, Keenan Allen just had, 115 yards, 11 grabs or something.
Yeah. I mean, guy's a walking bucket, but, Addison had a big game himself.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Dan, I'm going to kick you out in a minute because this is driving me crazy. What about Aaron Jones back? How worried are we with Jordan Mason? Is it going to be Jones taking the passing down work? Are they going to ease him in?
Short week. I feel like they're going to ease him in a little bit, but I still feel like he's, now I say that, he's probably going to go off.
Okay, and then lastly, the Kamani Vidal, right? I think he was the RB8 2 weeks ago. I think he was the RB33 last week. Obviously, it was, they had to pass to catch up, but Vidal's supposed to be a pass catching back. But with no Hassan Haskins, think he can get game scripted out? Is he a safe RB play for you? Would you play him over Jordan Mason?
Yes, I would. He's the guy.
Wow. Okay. Okay, Brian?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I also think, with Aaron Jones, this can be your prop. He's at plus 285 for any time. I don't think he's ever going to be that high moving forward. And maybe he does just get pass game work and he ends up with some red zone work. Like, he's still a trusted guy. Not saying Mason isn't trusted, but it wouldn't be crazy. And I do think those odds, given the rest of the odds of anytime touchdowns for this game, that's kind of the most appealing to me.
Okay, that's pretty good. But I'm still stuck in that total, right? Because it's like, what are the last couple totals? So Minnesota did they just play Philly? Right? Wentz went for 300 yards. He didn't have a touchdown, but he had 2 picks, which helps the total, right? If you throw pick 6, you've got five awesome wide receivers. You got 2 really good tight ends. Both defenses are kind of broken. We know that Minnesota is going to blitz, so that could either be turnovers or big plays. If the total is 48.5, would you be like, oh my God, I'm going under?
Yeah, just because it's I don't think it's that bad. I think Thursday night things are weird that happen.
I think that's Sunday night now. So the Sunday nights are all these are all these brutal games that are going under. Well, Thursday last week. Well, I guess there was a Jays game on, so I don't remember. But all right,
Thursday was Pittsburgh Bengals.
What was that?
It went over.
Yeah,
It went over,
33-31.
I don't disagree with that. And I think the previous Thursday was Eagles Giants. It went over, but again, an upset. There's two upsets in a row.
So yeah, weird things happen, but not defensively. Thursdays are kind of back. I mean, ever since the last year when it was Kirk Cousins, he had that 500 yards in that Thursday. It's just like these Thursday games have been flying.
49er Rams was previous to that. They went over.
That's what I'm saying. 44.5 seems crazy. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying it's crazy. Last week I said the Bengals were going to beat Pittsburgh. I'm dialing in.
I wasn't there to call that. So.
Okay. What else? What else we got? So your model. We'll talk model for a bit. Then Matt and Arthur will get to your questions. Hopefully, get a couple more questions, guys. If you're on Twitter, come over to YouTube, like, subscribe. It's been a little messy so far, but we're gonna lock in right now. So we had Bijan. Bijan's your number one, right?
Yeah, by a good amount. I mean, he's getting a wide receiver one type passing volume at the running back position. So I do also like I think they're playing Miami. Am I right on that?
Yep, they're third. Miami's third in running back points allowed. So Judkins just had 3 touchdowns.
I like Algier a lot as just a bye week fill-in. He's somebody you might be able to pick up or just play. I think he's a solid option to maybe Bijan has had so many touches. Maybe this is a game where they can get up early and maybe just let Algier kind of run out the clock.
Yeah, and plus, if you're getting 5 yards to carry from Algier anyways, just alternate snaps, right?
Oh, yeah. I think he's a good option. I mean, Bo Nix he's very high in my rankings this week, mostly because he's playing Dallas. Pretty much anyone who plays Dallas, very high in the rankings. Dallas players in general also high just because all of their over-unders seem to be in the 50s nowadays, which just means points galore in fantasy projections.
Yeah, I was looking at this graph just earlier, and it showed teams that are score 30 and give up 30. And it's, you've got Baltimore, you got Cincy, and then it's just Dallas is just over in their own little universe. Ian Harnett, he calls it cinema, just because every game's classic. Bo Nix just threw for 2, ran for 2, but I think he'd been only averaging about 17 fantasy points a game. Do you see, is it maybe that's a jump-off point? How high do you have Nix? Are you playing Nix over Josh Allen this week?
I am. I have him at QB4 or QB3.
Wow, QB3. Oh, my God.
With Lamar, assuming he plays, and Patrick Mahomes ahead of him.
I mean,
Josh Allen's right below, so it's not that crazy, but I just think this matchup against the Cowboys has proven to be good for almost every quarterback.
Yeah.
If somebody was crazy, like Bo Nix kind of went off last week, if he goes off again this week, if you can trade him for, I don't know, a Jalen Hurts or somebody else, or maybe just package him, downgrade at QB and get another better flex player, I would do that. He's, after this week, assuming he goes off, he's a prime sell candidate for me.
Yeah. I'd love to look at the schedule. What about Hurts, right? Revenge game against the Giants. They just played them. They lost to the Giants. Giants are third in fantasy points allowed to quarterbacks, third worst. I allowed the third most. Why Hurts is passing again? AJ's Devontae are involved. Shouldn't he? Why wouldn't he just be right there with Bo Nix?
I think with Hurts, he hasn't really shown the ceiling everyone else has, as much as he's shown a higher floor than pretty much any QB.
Okay.
So for season long, I would be willing to bet him in the top 5, maybe more than any other QB, that he ends up in the top 5 to 8 QBs each week.
So he's like the Amon-Ra St. Brown. Yeah,
he's not going to get many QB1 performances or maybe QB2, but he'll be around that area. You almost never will be disappointed with starting him, and he just gives your team such a high floor.
What has he actually been better for fantasy over the last couple games? Because I haven't really watched. He's been throwing for 280, but he's probably not running, and he's not getting those rushing touchdowns, right?
It's kind of balanced out. he's passed well a few games, and then he runs well and gets maybe a push or two. Like, it's been pretty balanced. I have him in a few leagues, and like even the crappy games where like everyone hates the passing, and he still ends up with like a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, and
18 points.
Yeah. So it's ugly, but I mean, you can't deny it.
Yeah, but AJ Brown's back, right? He had two touchdowns. Devontae Smith had a monster the week before. So it's like all that panic. I mean, I'd love to see trades. Like, what were people getting AJ Brown for after week 2, week 3, right?
I think it's going to be volatile all season.
But they might have. But no Barkley. Barkley can't run for 100 anymore. So the only way to get yards is by passing, right? And the defense has slipped, right? The rush defense isn't nearly as good. They're dropping the Quinion Mitchell's out, plus all the other secondary, right? So it's like that's a vulnerable defense. It's an ineffective rush game. So that's just Hurts is going to have to throw.
Yeah. I mean, I know Barkley's like he's a popular like sell candidate at the moment. I just don't know if you're going to get the value. I mean, I think like a Barkley for Henry, that's a type of trade I would do. Like I'm trying to make that in one of mine where I trade Saquon for Henry and something.
Yeah, it's tough because, I mean, it's like Henry always kind of will start slow and finishes super strong. But you know.
And that Ravens team, they need their offense to come together because there's so many defensive injuries, and they're going to have to put up a crap ton of points if they want to get back into the race for playoffs.
I don't know, Eric, but it's coming back, right? Humphreys is fine. Hamilton's fine. I think Roquan Smith is playing. So aren't they really just down that defensive end?
I mean, he's pretty good, but yeah, I mean, we'll see. I think I trust that Ravens offense more than I do the Eagles offense just because of the schedule. Like Eagles still, I think, have a top 3 hardest schedule moving forward for just strength of schedule. I'm not saying for running backs, but
that's almost what you want for Philly, right? I don't think like if you got Barkley, maybe you want the cream puffs, but if you got AJ Brown, Devontae Smith, you don't want to be playing, Carolina. You want to be playing Kansas City.
No, that's true. I would agree. Yeah, and I think maybe. With that said, then if you want to keep buying on AJ and Devonta, if you can convince the guys, this is just a flash in the pan, which it might be, but I don't know. I think it'll still be up and down. Just it depends on how their offensive line is playing. I think that's been the big key is they've been pass blocking well, but they haven't had as much of a push in the running game.
Yeah, the run block win rate's 21st. Pass block win rate's only 19th. So that vaunted O-line is crazy, but. Right? Fantasy running back usage, 31st. That is insane, considering it was second last year. Maybe it was just Detroit was first.
Yeah.
So, but, they're still winning. I mean, being valuable is probably the key. But, okay, all right. A couple questions here. Matt, hey, guys, start 2. Aaron Jones, Woody Marks, Rondo Godson, Juwan Jennings, half PPR, and then Maine Herbert, 4-point pass. Okay, start 2. I guess, what do we Aaron Jones, right? We don't really want to start him. No. Gatson. I mean, I'm probably starting Gatson, and then and Marks.
I think I go Jennings and Marks.
Really?
I think Jennings he has a higher chance of a higher target share. Because, like you said, realistically, Gatson will get between like 15 to 20% target share, given the rest of the people on that team, the rest of the receivers. Jennings, who's the competition? It's Kittle and McCaffrey. That's it.
Kendrick Bourne, yeah.
And like even last week when Jennings came back with Kendrick Bourne was doing 25 to 30 plus, and then Jennings got 30. Kendrick Bourne had like 9. Yeah,
but is it the floor ceiling come in? Like Jennings said, he had 5 broken ribs. Like he's looked a little bit better, but like, I mean, what are you looking for? Like if you're looking for 5 grabs for 50, okay, Jennings. But like Gatson, like it's a Thursday night, you want maybe 80 yards and a touchdown. I mean, I think this is going to be a shootout. But yeah, he's potentially the 4th option, maybe the 5th with Vidal. And the Vikings are kind of a run funnel, but they're going to blitz. There's a lot going on. I would go Gatson. I don't think you can bench him after the last 2 weeks he's had.
I guess another thing for your point is, assuming this is the same team, you get the Herbert Gadsden stack. It's fun to have.
Ooh, Brian. Okay, yeah. Let's package this. Okay, so May Herbert. I mean, 4-point passing TD takes a little shine off the passing TDs, right? But the Pats are playing Cleveland, right? So it's like zoop.
It's a pretty good defense.
So we're going straight to Herbert, right? So Herbert Gadsden stack. I mean, Thursday night you get a touchdown. You're gonna be that's gonna be a pretty big lead.
Mhm.
So let's go with that. Herbert Gadsden, because we got the stack, so it probably gets double flex. So Woody Marks, so it's what, San Francisco? That's Houston's playing San Fran?
Yeah, I mean, I think I still like Jennings a bit more, but just because he's gonna get the target share. I could be wrong, but I think he could be better. Marks is your safer bet in my opinion.
Yeah, and also I think that San Fran, they look really good at home Sunday night playing the Falcons, but we know the Falcons are not a road offense. I think that Niners, they're a bad defense and now has to travel to Houston. No Fred Warner. That should open up the running game. Like Stroud sucks. No Nico. No Kirk, right? I think they're going to try and run the ball. So, Chubb Marks are probably going to be heavily involved. I'd probably go Marks. I think you're more likely to get a touchdown with Marks than you are Jennings.
Yeah. Is Nico confirmed out?
He's not practicing. Still not practicing Thursday. I don't think he's passed the concussion protocol. It's usually a week, but Marvin Harrison Jr. got hurt on the Sunday and played the next week. So it is, it's possible. But I don't know if Nico playing would move me enough. But it's just Jennings.
Yeah,
I have Jennings. I've played him the last 2 weeks. Last week was fine, but it's like 5 broken ribs. It's just a lot.
Yeah, it's definitely not fun.
I mean, if that's even an injury, it could be a Mike Tyson thing. Okay, Arthur, my man. Hey, y'all. Y'all said his 18-man dynasty. I love this league. I should trade Saquon. Well, I finally did. Okay, I got Pickens, Debo. What? Okay, sorry. I got Pickens, Debo, Jalen Warren, Daniel Jones, and a second for Saquon, Olave, Judy, and a third. Well, Judy's worth 0, so great. Olave sold high. Saquon, you got it. I mean, this seems too good to be true, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, they got the other team got the best player. The only thing else is Saquon's still, in my opinion, the best player.
I don't think you can say that. He's 28, and he doesn't have ADR. Like
for this season, yes, I think he's still probably the best player. For Dynasty, I do like Pickens. I think he's going to get paid there, and that Pickens CD combo fits a little too perfectly because Pickens loves going deep, and CD likes kind of the in between middle routes. It's working well. I think that's a good haul. Jalen Warren's a pretty steady guy you can start at running back, and I'm guessing it's a 1 QB league.
Oh, for sure. Gotta be, yeah.
18. Daniel Jones isn't bad. Like
he might be the best player in the trade.
You can at least it's assuming things kind of keep going as they are. Let's just say it's a Sam Darnold again. Like you could trade him at the end of the season if you already have a QB too. Like he's a guy who you might be able to get more for later too. Second, third swap doesn't mean that too much for him. To me, like I think it's a solid. You got way more depth. We'll put it that way.
I don't think you risk getting burned really anywhere. Like Olave's got his concussion history, plus he's got no QB. I mean, maybe for the QB, maybe if they drafted a superstar QB first overall or something. But that, we've talked about that. That's not going to be great for Olave anyways, right? So. I mean, Debo, you're probably riding the train out for this season and next. But if you're not competing,
Debo's a good guy to sell again too.
Yeah. I think if you made this trade, you're probably he's competing. Remember, his team was stacked.
Oh yeah.
In an 18-man dynasty, so I mean, depth is key. Okay, all right, guys. If you got any more questions, so hit us up. We're still gonna keep going for a while. So Thursday Night Football. Let's go back to this. Model. What do you got? Like Justin Jefferson's numbers. It's 81 yards. All these numbers were depressed. I didn't understand what was happening. Is it weather? Like Justin Jefferson's averaging, I think, 98 since week 2. He's not scoring, but the Chargers don't have a secondary, right? They got lit up. Like Derwin James isn't going to be able to cover him. How is his number 81? I'm going to have to bet this game. What do you think, Lapatonki's? Okay, I went for a while. Go ahead.
I got him at 69. Like I don't.
What?
That
I'm on crazy pills.
I
69
again, I
yards?
could easily be wrong, but I got him at 69.
I just don't understand. But I mean, Wentz has thrown for 300 2 of the 3 last games. What's like? Can you explain it to me?
Their
Because the
points.
model's always right.
Let's see. Chargers are favored. Minnesota's supposed to get 20 points. I just don't think. Again,
Yeah,
I mean, if you think this is, it's ran by the over under.
Yeah.
If you think it's going to be way higher, then yeah, I would go above. But I don't question Vegas's over under numbers because I don't have time to do that, for being honest, and they're normally right. So when I plug it in, this is what I'm getting. I agree. I mean, I don't know with Carson Wentz. Like, he looked so bad at some points last game. Like, just some of the highlights, like, as an Eagles fan, him going against the Eagles, I saw plenty of social media highlights of him just making the stupidest mistakes.
Do you think? Yeah, no, of course. I mean, yeah, he had 300 yards, 2 picks. Yeah, no, he's not great, but I think Minnesota fans travel? That's LA. Is that going to be a real home game? Like, I would love it if it was in Minnesota because I trust Herbert on the road. But like, is Minnesota's going to blitz him? Joe Alt's probably back, but he's pretty good against the blitz. I don't see how this game isn't a shootout. I mean, I just don't understand.
I mean, if it's I think the defenses aren't bad. At least I think Minnesota's defense is pretty good, and I don't trust Carson Wentz in a shootout or to put up a crap ton of points.
Okay, but it's like good on paper, right? It's like okay. I don't have the stats. It's a blitz, or it's a defense that relies on the blitz, right? They don't have any secondary. They don't really have any stars. They've been a bit of a run funnel, but it's like, right? They played Eagles, gave up 28. Browns, who suck, gave up 17. Steelers, right? Kind of suck, 24. And that was the Bengals, but that was the Jake Browning terrible game. And then Falcons week 2, and then Bears week 1. Like, they've kind of just they've kind of been getting schedule lucky. I don't think that defense is that good. I think Flores is the best DC in the game, and he's holding this defense together with scotch, tape and glue. But I think Herbert's just going to just shred them.
I mean, I hope you're right. I like them. I just don't. I'm not questioning it. I agree that the Jefferson line looks a little small, but like Addison's gotten more involved recently.
For sure.
Hawkinson's still involved. If Aaron Jones is back, there might be another guy out of the backfield to get. I didn't look at this game and think like, oh, something's wrong. Like, there are times where I do look at it and say like, oh, what was it? Like Bengals Pittsburgh game. When I looked at that one, I kind of thought it might be an over just because like Pittsburgh's defense is great against terrible teams, but like teams that can at least put up a fight or have some super talented players, they tend to do pretty well against them.
Yeah, and they're a pass funnel. They're good against the run. They've been really bad against the pass.
Yeah, and Joe Flacco is great at just chucking it to one guy. And if that guy is the best receiver in the game, it could be dangerous.
But like Jefferson's game log, right? Philly, right? 79 yards. Browns 123. Steelers 126. Bengals 75. Falcons 81. And now you're telling me the best is 69? So I'm getting like 10 free yards for like the best wide receiver in a negative game script against a bad secondary.
Go over then.
Okay. Here, do this last question. I make a bet. No, I'm just gonna let my dog out.
Yeah, would you trade Jaden Daniels, Judkins, and Pitts for May and Javonte Williams? I'm assuming this is a 1 QB league. I would not. I mean, I think if you really need a QB this week and your team's not going to make the playoffs if you don't win, sure. I don't think Javonte Williams is that much better than Judkins. I mean, he's on a way better offense, but talent, I just don't. I think they're kind of even. 1 for 1, I think I'd still prefer Javonte, but not that much more than Daniels over May.
I take Judkins personally, but he's 3 touchdowns. He's just, Javonte, I just don't trust as much. I probably look at the schedule a bit because I know Cleveland's schedule is really hard up front. So, when are they playing Cincy again?
So that offense, Dak's going great, and I get it's mostly pass, but if you're always having over-unders in the 50s, he's just going to fall into the end zone.
That's true.
He still has a 10+% target share, and he's getting majority of the rushing, and that guy, Jaden Blue, hasn't really shown he's going to take much from him.
Oh, that's true.
You can put, I don't know, bring Adrian Peterson back from retirement and put him on this Cowboys team. I'm starting him. At this point in his career, it's just the offense is that attractive.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. Yeah, I mean, it's because I feel like they're just in the red zone. Anytime if you're watching a red zone or a boys game, it's like, oh, Dallas is in the red zone. But also Pickens scores from 40 yards out, and then Lamb had that 65, 75 yarder. So, but yeah. Okay, so this trade. So Jaden Daniels, who's got the hammy, but probably should be back. Pickett, Judkins, and Pitts for whatever for May and Javonte. I mean, that's kind of a trade just to trade, right? So it's kind of May versus Daniels, right? So do you think Washington year from hell? I mean, May's crazy, right? He's running, he's throwing. Kayshon Boutte's good. Diggs has looked great. Hunter Henry. I don't know. I mean,
I think for fantasy, I like Jaden Daniels better. I'm starting to think Drake May might just be a better NFL quarterback, though. But that's a different story.
I think. Well, I mean, Daniels just went to the NFC Championship game, so it's pretty.
All right, if you could take any of those, knowing what you know right now, any of those QBs from last season, Caleb Williams, Bo Nix, Daniels, May. If you really want to throw in JJ, by all means, but Penix.
They can be on my team that I'm cheering for.
Yeah,
I'm taking Jaden Daniels. Okay,
I think I would go Drake.
Yeah, I love Drake May, but I mean, he went to the NFC title game as a rookie. It's just that's all I care about, really. So, but yeah, May's amazing. Okay, trade Brian, 4-part question. Brian, 12. Okay, all right, Mason. So Jordan Mason, Mason Taylor, and Pickens for Trey McBride, Ramondre Stevenson, Stephon Diggs. This is okay. I mean, McBride's the best player in the trade. So you got to factor in. So Mason Taylor, Mason Taylor, I don't really care about, right? I mean, the Jets throw for 40 yards. He might be great, but
he might get better with
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod, yeah. Tyrod made Garrett Wilson look way better.
Well, yeah, that's true. Well, Garrett Wilson was still getting that 40% target share, but Jordan Mason was going to take a little hit with Aaron Jones. I mean, I'm doing this just to get McBride, right? Stevenson's not threatened by.
Travion hasn't done too much to threaten him.
Yeah, and Diggs is getting better.
Yeah, I mean, I would hate to lose out on Pickens, but yeah, I think you're kind of selling high on Pickens because CD's back. You're selling high on Mason because Jones is coming back, and Mason Taylor is Mason Taylor.
Yeah, so he said Mason Taylor's there for the 3 for 3. So he's got Kincaid for this week with Trey's bye. Okay, that's nice. I mean, yeah, Kincaid's been amazing. I mean, I might play Kincaid over Trey if Kyler was playing in certain matchups.
Yeah, I think I would do that trade.
So you want to be on the McBride, Stevenson, Diggs side?
Yeah, I mean it's ugly with Ramondre and Diggs. It just feels ugly, but I think that's the side.
Well, Pat's schedule is crazy easy. They're playing bums. Diggs hasn't scored yet, so if Ramondre's still getting that running work, that they're moving up and down. Yeah, and Trey McBride. I mean, he's just had 2 touchdowns. He's got 3 touchdowns in 2 weeks.
You love your tight ends.
I love my tight ends. Okay, so who would you rather have? So let's say Brock is out, but it's bye week. He's going to be back, I think, next week. Let's assume he's healthy, right? He's going to be healthy. We're just assuming that. If I had Brock Bowers, you had Derrick Henry, I offered you to trade. Who says no?
I don't think I'd take it.
Why?
I think Henry's schedule, it looks good coming up, in my opinion. And I always drafted Tyler Warren in all my leagues, who's the tight end 1 and should be. So
okay.
I'm keeping him.
Saquon? Bowers or Saquon?
I don't think so. I think running backs are harder to come by at this point in the season because everyone keeps getting hurt. And if you have a bell cow, they're more like, I just think they're more valuable.
Yeah, but he's a fake Belk. All he does is fall forward for 3.5 yards, right? Like
He's still scored. Like he's an RB2. I don't that upside. I mean, maybe I just don't want to get. I would be afraid to trade that away, and I just don't think that Raiders offense is terrible.
True, but maybe because Bowers is out. But yeah, but what if they trade Myers? Then if it's just Bowers, if Bowers has got a 30% target share, like we know, I don't know. I just got Bowers in so many leagues. I guess I'm just optimistic he finishes the season on a tear. Okay, so Tyson Martinez says, would you start Mariota, Wentz, or one of the Jets QBs? It is slim pickings out there. I am not starting one of the Jets QBs, although I think the matchup is juicy.
I think it's Mariota by a good amount.
A good amount. Okay.
He's proven he'll run it, and even if it's not pretty, I don't know, 180 yards, 40 on the ground, and maybe a rushing touchdown. Like, I just think he's safer.
But true. But his game script, they've gone nuclear again, right? So I'd just be worried that like Mariota's not a QB that can play from behind, right? He's one of those. He's great if it's close or you're ahead and they can run option and just eat clock, right? If he's forced to shotgun and sit back there, he's trash. But McLaurin's going to be back. I don't know about Debo, so that would make an argument for him. But it's just, I don't know, man. Wentz. Chargers defense is not good. They just gave up 38, right? They're banged up. They're not playing well. I don't think they're going to bounce back right away. I think Wentz has got, he's got two top 10 finishes on the season. Let me just double check that. I don't know, man. I might just be drunk in this game. But he was a QB9 in week 4, QB13 in week 3, QB18 last week, but with no touchdowns. But he's got over 300 yards in 2 of the last 3 games. I'm going Wentz.
I mean, when it's this close, the one thing I do like to do, Washington projected 17.5 points. Jets are projected 19. Minnesota's projected 20.75. So if you want to go by that, by all means, Wentz is your guy.
And we know that Minnesota number's soft. We know that.
We might know that.
Okay. So I'd go Wentz. I just, I'm Jefferson hasn't scored yet. I think Addison might only have 1. I think the top's going to pop off in this game. Wentz on the road, maybe a little worried about, but I mean, Minnesota O-line solid. Chargers D-line. I mean, Khalil Mack, I think is available to return, but I haven't seen if he is. Okay, Frosty.
The model has Wentz as the lowest. Has Mariota, Taylor, then Wentz.
Okay. I mean Taylor, but
it's
Wilson
all kind of close. They're all in the bottom third.
Are you playing Tyrod Taylor if Wilson's out?
I hope not. I mean, if it's a 2 QB league, I might have to, but
yeah. Okay, in a start 7 full PPR league, I don't understand. Start 7, okay. QB Hurts. I don't understand. Start 7.
Probably 7 flex.
Okay. But that's 7. Okay, but with the QB, otherwise you just draft only QBs. Okay, but anyways, Hurts, you're good. Chase Brown, Rico Dowdle, Jalen Warren, Zach Charbonnet, Tony Pollard. Okay, so let's rank those quickly. I mean, do we believe in Chase Brown after his 1 good week?
I mean, I think Brown and Warren are out of those 5 are the guys. Assuming it's 2 running backs, those are the guys I'd at least put in to start. Dowdle, I just don't like that he's sharing so much. I don't think he deserves to share so much. I think he deserves a lead role, but they're still sharing.
Okay. But even at home, the Bills are what, bottom 5 rush D? I mean, if you had to pick one of these running backs to go over 150 yards, aren't you picking Dowdle?
I mean, I guess, yeah. Like Chase Brown and Jalen Warren, you're hoping for like 50 and 50. 50 rushing, 50 receiving, and you get the PPR stuff. Their floors are just way higher. I think Dowdle does have the highest ceiling, but I don't like it.
Yeah, because you can play the game, right? If you go game script, Bills off a bye week, pissed off, losing, they might go into Carolina. Like it could be 21-3 after the first quarter. So now it's passing game script. So, Chuba's in with Dalton, right?
Yeah, it's just there's a lot that can go wrong in that Carolina game.
Yeah, and probably will go wrong. Okay. Wide receivers, CD, Lock, Brian Thomas Jr. I don't know. Keenan, Pittman, Ridley. Okay, that's pretty nice. I mean, what do you do with BTJ? Because like Travis Hunter just scored, had 100 yards, but it was garbage time. Keenan just had 100, but he was outside like the top 30, 40 the last 3 weeks.
I mean, I think, all right, you have to start 7. I'm hoping he means QB and tight end are included in that. So it's probably 2 wide receiver, 2 running back, and a flex. So we probably, it's the running backs are between Brown, Daddle, Warren. Receivers, I'm not starting any Tennessee Titan. So Pollard, Ridley, to me, just out. Receivers are between CD, BTJ, Keenan, and Pittman.
But it's BTJ, Keenan, and Pittman, right? So,
yeah. I mean, unless you want the upside of the other running back, and then it's CD and maybe Keenan, or CD and Pittman if you just want to go really safe.
I like the wide receivers more than the running backs, though. I mean, like,
yeah, me too, kind of.
But it's really Brian Thomas Jr. Trust or no trust, right? That's kind of what it is. Who are the Jags playing?
I'm about to find out. They're on a bye, so you're not playing him.
That's what I thought. I was like, okay, Brian Thomas Jr. Boom, we're up. So CD, Keenan or Pittman. That's pretty good, right? Indy's playing Tennessee. We got the Chargers tonight. Downs missed a game with a concussion. Pierce's looked good. But is Tennessee so bad that Indy just runs for 200?
Yeah, I mean, Indy's projected 30 points. So, mostly the running backs. Like, I think Jonathan Taylor's like 20-something plus. But, ideally, I'm starting both of them, CD, Keenan, Pittman, and then 2 of the running backs.
Okay. Yeah.
I like Brown and Warren. You can convince me if you're projected to lose by a crap ton, maybe Dowdle. And I don't know. Like, I think Brown, Warren, CD, Keenan, Pittman with McBride and Hurts is what I would do in this situation. Okay.
And then so who should he package to upgrade at running back, wide receiver? So let's say we're doing like a 2-for-1, who's got some sexy value? Like, you don't want to trade Brian Thomas Jr. because nobody's paying full freight for him, right? Keenan,
I kind of like the idea of him because with the new tight end in the fold, there's just way more mouths to feed. So I feel like he's pretty high. You're going to get value on what you drafted him for, and I would never want to take on Pollard, but maybe somebody just really wants somebody who gets 15 carries and does nothing with it.
But that's what he wants to. He wants to upgrade running back, right? I feel like that's what you want. You got some stud wide receivers. You kind of want a nice, like Quinshad Judkins, right? Or who we were just talking about, or get Javonte, right? So, like, you're not getting him for 2 of these. Like, if you did Dowdle and Warren, could you get Javonte?
I don't even know if I do. I don't know. I really like Warren. I just think he's a safe auto start every week. I'm not expecting him to win me a week, but like in most leagues, especially deeper leagues, I love having him on my team because I don't think about it, I start him.
Okay.
So maybe Dowdle and Keenan.
Yeah, that's actually pretty nice. It would have looked better a week ago, but I guess
Dowdle, BTJ, and just see if I can get up higher in one of them.
That's great. Yeah, Dowdle, BTJ. Okay.
Who's a struggling receiver?
A receiver?
If you wanted to like upgrade there, and then you just have Chase Brown, Jalen Warren.
Yeah, I think he wants to upgrade running back. Frosty says he doesn't want Javonte because I have CD and don't like dual wielding. Okay. Maybe you try and go get Derrick Henry. Because the thing is, some of these we just saw, like the buddy Arthur. All right, he goes, yeah, I got Puka for the flex, blah, blah, blah. I got a full lineup. Saquon pissed me the fuck off, right? These people who have had these struggling players want to get rid of them. So it's like people who drafted Derrick Henry in the first round are like, just get him off my team. So it's like you get a little bonus there. James Cook, okay. All right,
I think people are happy with Cook, though. That's the issue. I also want James Cook.
Yeah, you're not getting Cook at a discount, but you never know. Like the guy who has Cook might need wide receivers. He might,
Would you
maybe
do Chase Brown and BTJ for James Cook?
I would rather James Cook.
Yeah, so like I don't think you want to give up CD. So like,
No, you can't.
what's the best offer you can give? Probably not enough.
So the guy who's James Cook also has Henry. So he's probably struggling at wide receivers. Like, Brian Thomas Jr. It's just tough. Do you wait for him to have a good game? Like, go for 80 and a touchdown, get his value back up?
I mean, who's his receivers? Do you want to give CD, BTJ, and the running back?
I'm not trading CD. You can't.
But what if you get both? What if you get Cook, Henry, and a receiver? We're just going big game hunting here.
If I'm getting Cook and Henry, I mean, yeah, I'm thinking about it. But it's like, could you it's like Jamar Chase last year? You're not trading if you traded Jamar Chase, there wasn't a value in the league. That's kind of where CD's at right now, right?
It's Smitty. So if you want to go, I mean, then your wide receivers will just kind of suck. But what if you went CD, BTJ, and Dowdle for Cook, Henry, and you're not getting Puka, but maybe Pickens or Smitty?
I mean, that's the biggest trade I've ever heard of. But yeah, I mean, I
don't think if I were the Cook Henry owner, I would accept that.
No, I mean, trading Cook and Henry and only getting Dowdle back sounds terrible.
I mean, you get CD and BTJ, but yeah.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, yeah. You never know. You never know what people will do. So you always kind of want to offer kind of a sketchy deal and then build up from there. But who else? Any other low value or players, underperforming players you'd go after? Like, would you target a player on a bad team or a team that's just underperforming, right? Like Baltimore, we think is going to start playing well again, right? So it makes sense to go after them. But like the Saints, if you had Alvin Kamara, would you just take 60 cents on the dollar, Chris Olave?
Yeah, I mean, I think like that Devin Neal, their rookie running back's a good guy to go after. I think Taysom, now that Kendra Miller's out, is going to get more rushing. I don't know about trading, but I mean, Garrett Wilson, maybe like the guy mentioned, if Tyrod's going to be the QB, I think that's a big bonus just for a QB who knows how to throw the ball forward.
Yeah, but you want a part of the Jets or what? 0-7? Like it's a mess. I mean,
you're not paying up for Garrett Wilson at his draft price.
Yeah, but do you want a player on the worst team in the league? I mean, I just think they're more likely to get shut down, do something crazy. I just think there's this inherent variable risk. Like Odunze, right? He's underperformed the last 2 weeks. They've won 4 straight. The running game isn't really that as good as it is, right? If you get Odunze this week against the Ravens, like that, Odunze makes a lot more sense because you're not paying what you're paying after week 4 when he was like the wide receiver for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think another way to maybe look at it is trade deadlines coming up. Who might be on the move? Who might we be able to cash in on getting into a better situation? Breece Hall is one guy.
Oh, Breece
Hall.
Oh, ooh.
Like Jets aren't paying him moving forward after the season. They have Braylon Allen. Yeah, he's hurt. Isaiah Davis is fine. They're going nowhere. So if you can, even if they can get, I mean, what? Basically, they probably want to get a 4th round pick at least for him because most likely in the comp pick formula, he would get a 4th round pick if they just let him go.
Jesus, 3rd. I think they'd want to. They're probably like Breece Hall was his RB2. Like Dallas isn't paying a 3rd for him.
I mean, maybe Dallas would, but I mean, Vontae's doing just fine for Dallas.
Yeah, true. That's true. But I mean, yeah, you want to make a statement. That who other good team? Who else? Breece, like Vikings. They got their 2. They got them back. Tampa. Bucky's hurt, but I guess Bucky's their guy. Kansas City. Oh my God! Like
that could be fun.
if Breece Hall was on Kansas City, where would he get drafted and redraft? He'd be would he be a top 10 pick?
I don't know about that, just because I don't know if they'll use him. Because like somehow Kareem Hunt always gets carries if he's on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Even Brashad Smith, he's like a guy I'm stashing on a bunch of my teams off the waivers because I just think he's getting more and more involved. But I mean, yeah, if he was on that team, I would start him at least as an RB2 every week comfortably, and that's hard to do on the Jets, even with his volume.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, we're just gonna a couple more minutes here. So I saw the coolest like thing for league setting for fantasy teams. Okay, I'll get to that in a second, Frosty. So it's like everyone in the league gets to pick any player in history and get that season. So you can take, Randy Moss 2007 on the Pats, and then you just get those points every week. So anyone who comes to mind, like
Cooper Kupp.
Or the recent Cooper Cup Triple Crown one, yeah, sure, for sure. But I mean, you mean the Mahomes 50 touchdown, like his first season. I mean, there's Jerry Rice seasons. I mean, I don't know. But you'd want to go running back, right? Or Travis Kelce, I think what his 2021, he averaged 5 fantasy points more than any other tight end.
I mean, maybe you just want like one of the Lamar seasons.
Well, it would have been last season, I think.
I guess whatever his best season was, because it's just so hard to beat a quarterback that scores 30 points a game.
Yeah, yeah. But you can. But I don't know. You probably want to go running back though, right? Like didn't Sean Alexander score like 23 touchdowns?
Maybe the LaDainian Tomlinson year.
Which I think he had back-to-back crazy years, but yeah.
Yeah, the one where he like broke the record for that might be it. I'm just trying to think like who's Todd Gurley won me a season one year. Christian McCaffrey's won people seasons.
Yeah,
maybe you do want that running back who had the pass catching and the crazy receiving, or the pass catching and the crazy rushing year.
Yeah, or would you look to the fantasy playoffs? Just look like, week 15, this guy scored 45 points. Like, okay, if I make the playoffs, I'm moving on.
I mean, that's a good way to look at it too. Yeah, you just got to make the playoffs.
Yeah. But every week you're going against, somebody dropping at least 30, right? It was just such a cool wrinkle. It'd be like, oh, who am I going against? And it's like, and then you got to Google it. It's like, oh, he scored, or the Alvin Kamara scored 5 touchdowns, right? That one game.
So I guess here's another fun part is, okay, let's say you put that in your normal redraft snake. Each team gets one player they can draft. To me, I feel like I'd wait as long as possible.
What do you mean? Yeah. There's not going to be duplicates. I mean, I think you just add. Yeah. I assume so.
Well, I'm saying like if everyone like,
you're not using your first round pick on it.
Well, yeah, I don't know. Some people might. That's the thing.
I get. Yeah. I mean, yeah, people are dumb, but yeah, there's just so many to choose from. It'd just be, there's unless there's some like a Michael Vick, like there might be some crazy Michael Vick season.
I feel like Lamar's beaten every crazy Vick season.
Yeah, that's probably true. But
I don't know. I mean, it's a fun thing to think about. Those are like the stuff I like, but
what?
Those like situations are stuff I like. I enjoy the super deep leagues with like the salary caps and all that because it adds more thought into value.
No, for sure. You got to know, depth charts, rosters. Okay, we're gonna wrap up though. But the guy said he offered me Odunze for Jaylen Warren just now. You're doing that, but it's like Warren's almost providing more value than Odunze for your team, right? Because right, you got like CD, BTJ, Keenan, Pittman. I mean, I love Odunze, but like he's still your wide receiver 3 kind of at best. But sometimes you're 4, sometimes you're 5. Whereas Warren, you really kind of need a running back.
Yeah, like do you really trust starting Dowdle? Like, how does it impact your starting lineup? That's what you want to think about.
I think we both like Rome more, right? But on this team,
agreed.
Warren's giving you more value.
Yeah, I mean, unless you can try to package one of your other receivers for a running back.
It sounds like a fun league, though. Lots of trading going on. So,
I mean, yeah, people move a lot. If you can package BTJ or Keenan for a running back. Like Pittman is boring, but he's just such an easy start given how good this Colts offense has been playing.
But it's like talking about moving Keenan's easy because but who wants to pay for Keenan? Like I don't know what's he on the season. He's probably the wide receiver is 16, 17.
Go to the Herbert owner.
Okay, all right. That makes sense. Okay. All right. 6:00, guys. We're gonna wrap up here. Any last Okay, give me a prediction. Prediction Thursday night football game. You're going to say 24-20 or something annoying.
No, I mean, I do really like that Aaron Jones touchdown at plus 285. I think that's a good one. I mean, the best prediction I have is there will be at least I think a prediction will be a defensive touchdown by the Chargers.
Oh, okay. Wentz pick six or fumble Rooski or.
Yep, he does something stupid and there is a touchdown.
Okay, score prediction.
I like 24-17
Okay.
Chargers, which is the under.
34-31 Chargers. Smash show. Herbert goes for 350. Wentz goes for 350. Justin Jefferson goes for 150. I don't know who's going to go off in the Chargers, but I don't trust these secondaries. I don't think the running backs are going to be heavily involved. I think it's a pass. Thursday nights go over. This is the new trend. Vegas is going to get cooked. I'll make a bet. I'm going to make a bet. And I'm going to post it.
I'm doing that right now. So right now, 150 for Justin Jefferson is plus 860 just alone.
What?
So
come on.
Oh,
Is that crazy?
Let's see. Herbert. Let's add in Herbert. So Herbert plus 350 alone is plus 830. So that's right now plus 6,000. We'll go Carson Wentz. Are you feeling bad about your prediction yet?
No, I feel better, but Wentz 280.
Okay, Wentz 280 is plus 246, so that gets us to plus 7,500. And then what else? The over in points.
Make it.
We'll go over 60.
44. Yeah, sure.
We'll make you feel a little bit better.
It won't correlate enough because all those are correlated to that. It'll barely move it.
I can't even go over more than 57.5.
57.5 then.
That would be plus 9,000.
What? So 90-1?
Yes, a $10 bet would give you $910 back.
So you're saying there's a chance?
I'll put $1 on it for you right now.
Let's go. Okay, last question here, Ray. Do I trade Warren for Scatterboo? I mean, this is like rice to eat for the year or the magic beans that somebody sold you at the market. I mean, I think I want the magic beans, but you should take the rice. Like Warren's stable value, and Scatterboo's just a crazy person.
Yeah, I mean, do you like CTE?
I mean, Giants' schedule is crazy hard. I mean, Scatterboo's greasy in the receiving game. He's awesome, but it's like he's amazing and he's the best. But this has a shelf life.
Let's put it this way: are you down in the standings? You need upside. Go Scatterboo. If you're like in the middle competing, I think Warren's safe. And if you don't need to start Warren each week, I would also go Scatterboo just because he has the upside, I think.
Okay. The questions keep coming in. Cash money. That's what me and Brian are going to be after this bet hits. Would you flex Mason with Jones back or Terry with no Jaden Daniels? So PPR. I wish you'd gotten this question earlier. We could have spent 10 minutes on it. What do you do? Right? I think Mason's still going to get a lot of work, and I think you can run on the Chargers. We know that. Taylor's had 3 touchdowns. But Terry with Mariota, right? Mariota, 140 yards probably?
I mean, is Terry back?
Yeah, full practice.
I think I'm doing Mason. I just don't trust Terry. Was he also hammy?
What?
What was Terry's injury?
Quad?
No, yeah, like those soft tissue scare me. Washington scares me. I just think Mason's. I feel like that's safer.
Yeah, don't you want the running back with a game that's going to have 60 total points or 58? You think?
Yeah.
Brian thinks I'm the idiot, but time will tell. And usually I am the idiot. Okay, that's going to do it for us, guys. Thanks a lot. They both have questionable tags, so it's leaning Mason. Yeah, Mason, cash money. If any questions we didn't hit us, find our Discord. Hit me up, tag me. I will answer it. Twitter, hit me at Jomo Sales. If you want the reasonable, sensible thing, go for Brian at Shade_Fantasy. He will be right, but I will be awesome. All right, it's Thursday, so check us out Sunday. We'll be back for a big start sit show. That'll be popping. So make sure to hit that. And until then, Good luck. Good luck, Justin Jefferson, 150 yards.